The humid air hung thick and heavy, a suffocating blanket woven with the scent of decaying leaves and unknown blossoms. For weeks, Elara had wandered deeper into the emerald heart of the Amazon, driven by a gnawing emptiness that mirrored the abandoned temples she sought. A scholar by trade, a drifter by circumstance, she clutched a tattered map inherited from her grandfather, a man whose tales of lost civilizations had fueled her childhood dreams and now, her desperate search for meaning. He spoke of the Temple of Xylos, a sanctuary whispered to hold the heart of Quetzal, an artifact of... She wasn't alone. Rumors of the temple had also reached the ears of Victor Martel, a ruthless mercenary with eyes as cold as the steel he wielded. He sought the heart for profit, willing to carve a path through flesh and bone to claim it. His band of hardened killers, their faces etched with greed and brutality, moved like shadows through the jungle, leaving a trail of fear and destruction in their wake. Elara's journey had been fraught with peril. Venomous snakes, torrential downpours, and the ever-present threat of jaguars tested her resilience. She wasn't driven by greed or power, but by a yearning to belong, to find a place where her knowledge and skills could serve a greater good. The temple emerged from the dense foliage like a forgotten god rising from slumber. Towering obsidian walls, etched with intricate carvings of feathered serpents and long-forgotten deities, pierced the sky. A sense of ancient power emanated from the structure, a palpable energy that sent shivers down Elara's spine. She knew, instinctively, that she had found Xylos. Between them, a massive stone door, sealed with an intricate locking mechanism that hinted at advanced engineering. Elara, with her knowledge of ancient languages and forgotten lore, recognized the symbols as a complex riddle. Hours turned into an agonizing struggle as she deciphered the intricate clues, her fingers tracing the weathered stone, her mind racing to unlock the secrets of the past. Finally, with a satisfying click, the door rumbled open, revealing a dark and ominous passage. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of incense and decay. Elara cautiously navigated the labyrinthine corridors, her senses on high alert. She knew Martel and his mercenaries wouldn't be far behind. She had to find the heart of Quetzal before they did. She wasn't alone in the temple, it turned out. Within the temple, she encountered Kai, a young man from a remote tribe deep within the Amazon Kai. With his lithe frame, piercing eyes, and uncanny knowledge of the jungle, revealed that he was a guardian of the temple, tasked with protecting the heart from those who would exploit its power. Kai explained that the heart of Quetzal was not just an artifact, but a source of life and balance for the entire rainforest. Its power could heal, but in the wrong hands, it could also destroy. Their uneasy alliance was tested when they stumbled upon a chamber filled with traps. Hidden pressure plates, dart-firing mechanisms, and swinging blades turned the room into a deadly obstacle course. Kai's knowledge of the temple and Elara's quick thinking allowed them to navigate the traps, but not without close calls. Meanwhile, Martel and his mercenaries had breached the temple, leaving a trail of carnage in their wake. They were ruthless and efficient, their only goal to reach the heart and claim its power. Martel, driven by insatiable greed, cared nothing for the consequences of his actions. He saw the heart as a tool to amass wealth and control, a weapon to bend the world to his will. Elara and Kai finally reached the inner sanctum, a vast chamber bathed in an ethereal glow. At the center, resting on a pedestal of pure gold, was the heart of Quetzal. She felt a connection to the artifact, a sense of belonging she had never experienced before. But their moment of peace was shattered by the arrival of Martel and his mercenaries. A fierce battle erupted, the clash of steel echoing through the ancient temple. Elara, armed with her wits and a makeshift weapon, fought bravely alongside Kai. But they were outnumbered and outgunned. One by one, Kai's tribesmen, who emerged from the temple's hidden passages to aid in the defense, fell to the mercenaries' brutal assault. He reached out to grab it, but as his fingers brushed against the crystal, a surge of energy erupted, throwing him back against the wall. The heart seemed to react to his greed, repelling his touch with overwhelming force. Elara, seeing her chance, stepped forward. She reached out to the heart, her heart filled with a sense of purpose and protection. The crystal responded to her touch, bathing her in a warm, golden light. She felt its power flowing through her, filling her with an energy she never knew she possessed. She wasn't a scholar anymore, but a guardian, a a protector of the rainforest and its ancient secrets. The battle raged on, but this time, the tide had turned. Alara, empowered by the heart, fought with a ferocity that surprised even herself. She moved with agility and precision, deflecting blows, disarming opponents, and protecting Kai and the remaining tribesmen. Martel, consumed by rage and desperation, unleashed the full force of his arsenal. But the heart shielded Alara, deflecting bullets and energy blasts. One by one they fell, either defeated or fleeing in terror. Finally, only Martel remained. He stood before Alara, his eyes filled with hatred and disbelief. He lunged at her, but Alara was ready. She unleashed a surge of energy from the heart, sending Martel flying through the air. He crashed against a stone pillar, his body broken and defeated. With Martel defeated, the remaining mercenaries fled, leaving the temple in ruins. Alara, exhausted but triumphant, stood beside Kai, the heart of Quetzal pulsating softly in her hands. She had found her purpose, not in the pursuit of knowledge, but in the protection of life and balance. The story doesn't end there. A year later, Alara and Kai are seen working together to restore the Temple of Xylos, with Alara having become the new guardian of the heart. The temple once again serves as a beacon of hope and healing for the rainforest. The final scene shows them training a new generation of guardians, sharing the knowledge and wisdom they gained in their harrowing adventure. Alara looks at peace and fulfilled, having finally found her purpose in protecting the heart of Quetzal and the rainforest it sustains. Alara can now communicate with the jungle, and her hearing is extraordinary. She can run faster and is stronger than any other human being, making her the perfect guardian. One day, while she's training new guardians of the heart, she hears a strange noise in the jungle. She rushes to where she heard it and finds a little girl about 7 years old hiding behind a tree. Alara approaches her slowly. The little girl is frightened and tries to run away, but Alara, with her newly found speed, grabs the little girl and takes her to the temple.